money is cool.
Aren't you ashamed?
10-6-9er, 10-6-9er, we got whores in the city. We need backup now.
Don't be so dang literal.
Well, you've got one heck of a nerve.
Oh my God! The government is here! Run!
All right, everybody. Guess what? Me and Ben are back together here,
Finally.
celebrating Halloween. Happy Halloween, Ben.
A very happy Halloween.
How was Italy?
Man, let me tell you something. The Italians had no idea what was in store for them. They didn't have a clue. It was a wonderful reception, unless I tell you otherwise.
Yeah, I'll edit this out if it's not.
if it's not, we'll just skip all this. No, actually, it's kind of funny. Like with all of these, we're pre-recording our Halloween special.
Yes.
And boy, is it special, our watch along. But we are pre-recording in costume.
In costume. We're still costumed up. You know, actually, it's funny you say that. So for those listening, I'm dressed in a Beetlejuice suit. I thought when I bought this costume that the tie was going to be like a clip-on sort of deal, and it's not. So this is the first time I've ever tied my own tie.
Are you serious?
Look at this beautiful, horrible mess I made.
It's so I had to on Weird Deer, I famously had to keep tying Connor's tie for him as the scientist.
Yeah, I've just never learned. I don't know. I guess I don't know. No one ever was like, here's how to tie a tie ever.
I don't know. I can't remember when I learned. It would take me a couple of tries, but I can also tie a bow tie. I learned how to do that in my early 30s. Tie a bow tie as well. I went through a phase where like every time I had to dress up, I got bored with regular ties and I wanted bow ties.
You wanted to be like the old man?
A little. I was like, well, it's classy, right? It's a classy touch. It's goofy. It's fun. People like them. But yeah, no. It was a whole phase. I've grown back out of it and away from.
I don't think I've ever seen you wear a bow tie or a tie.
No, no. It was a sharp incline and then a very.
Everyone goes through phases.
Yeah, very quick decline.
But yeah, so what are your Halloween plans? You got any plans for Halloween?
I'm going to be at the Haunt, man. I'm going to be working the Haunt on Halloween. Yeah, I know. What is it? Friend of the show, Reeves has a concert.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing on Halloween. That's where I got this nice little Beetlejuice costume. He says they're going to dress up. I hope they dress up on stage.
Oh my God, I hope so.
According to Reeves, this is what he said he wants to do. He's going to wear a skeleton costume, very similar to what you have, and he wants to have bone drumsticks. So let's see if he gets it.
Ooh, that could be fun. That could be a good time. I hope so. Like this, because this thing is actually it's very comfy. I quite enjoy it.
Does it make you want to join Cobra Kai?
So much, so very much. Like it wants me to, or it makes me want to smoke a joint in a bathroom and harass
have a little Italian kid beat you up or rat you out.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's going to end up being. And then 40 years later, I end up working at his used car dealership.
Yeah, no, we have so much to talk about, Ben. I almost don't even want to talk about any of it.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be a thing where it's like, and in actuality, taking this hiatus, which wasn't even a hiatus because we've continued
never stop
to provide new content, even though we've both been crazy, fucking busy.
crazy. Actually, I do have a funny story about Reeves I want to share.
Good.
This is the one they all talk about. When we did Box Cutter, they're talking about shots. The DP goes, all right, we're going to do this dirty single. Reeves, who is standing by himself, only in somewhat earshot to Lucky, just goes, I used to be a dirty single. And Lucky just starts laughing and just goes, Reeves, there's no one else around. I'm so happy you did that just for you. Like he just wanted to tell himself a joke.
I mean, in all honesty, dude, that's like I get that too. That's like one of those personal laments, right? It's for no one, but it has to be like audible.
It's got to be said.
It's an old man recounting youthful energy at that point.
I used to be a
That's
dirty
funny.
single.
I used to be a dirty single, and then just keeps muttering under his breath. Yeah. But anyway, for today in our watch along, James, I found this has popped up.
Yeah,
After
what is
something.
this? Because you sent this to me. I don't even know what we're watching, to be completely honest.
I can't remember what the first cartoon is. I sent this to you a couple of weeks ago, but
And you forgot that you sent it to me.
I totally spaced it, man. Like it's been that kind of it's been that kind of summer into fall. We'll put it that way. Because I have set stories for you, but we'll
Say that for the live show or to personal.
Exactly. We've got a whole thing to talk about. But in keeping with things I like to do, I like to go back and watch big blocks of like old cartoons. I found this Halloween block from like ABC Kids Saturday morning back in the day. And it's specifically their Halloween set. So in here, we're going to find a bunch of old commercials as well.
I hope we get some cool, like, old Halloween commercials. I don't even know what they would be, but I want to see some old Count Chocula commercials or something.
If I remember correctly, you're going to see some of that. So, again, it's like that old school Saturday morning experience. This is Halloween, both James and I.
And how meta is that? You know, you're watching us on Saturday mornings where you used to watch cartoons. Now you get to watch the Saturday morning cartoon blocks that were with us at the same time.
Right? And I think you should post this this full length. We're not going to go the full time, guys. I just got to be honest.
It's not going to happen.
I am getting ready to go to Italy, so
yeah, Italy.
For Curse of the Weird Deer, our Italian premiere.
Do you know any? Did you learn any Italian?
So I'm working on a speech, and I don't have it down just yet. But it goes in English. It translates to "Thank you, Italy. Your wine makes my head drunk. Your pasta makes my stomach full, and your people give me an erection." And that's what I'm going to say at the end of the screening.
You got to do like hand signals like Zach does to like Joe and Weird Deer, you know? Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Italy. But real quick, I will also say I did reach out to another shitstormer and a trauma baby who happens to be Italian.
Oh. Corrado. Man, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
In a hot minute.
Is he going to be there?
Bro, he lives one town over.
No way. That's amazing.
Yeah. So I hit him up and we're getting together. He's gonna pop over, I think sometime Friday afternoon, and then we screen Friday night. So we're gonna eat pasta, drink wine, and then Corrado will sit in with a movie.
Man, I missed that dude. You know, because we kept talking about how he wanted to party on Shitstorm, but then he had to leave and. You know, Shitstorm was Shitstorm, so it was like there was no time for us to ever really hang. But I haven't seen him since then or really talked to him, so that's amazing.
I know, same. Like I check in with him like every maybe like year or so, you know, we'll exchange a few messages or whatever, but then life takes you where it takes you.
Yeah, he's not like us attention whores. Like he's not on social media very often, so it's like I never really see anything.
Exactly. So I figured since we're going to be there, we may as well try and connect. And then sure as shit, he's one town over.
Well, you know, give him my best wishes. Tell him I miss him and love him and all that junk.
Nothing but big hugs. Lots of kisses.
All right. Well, I'm going to start this ABC Halloween special. Thanks to the YouTube channel. I want to give a shout out to J Bucks Retro Rewind. tongue twister. But I guess he's got a bunch of these kind of specials up here. So go check out that the YouTube channel, peoples.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play it right now. All right, now this is his intro, whatever this is. He's putting a VHS tape.
Again, very classic.
So
I
for
used
this
to
to
do the same thing.
exist, someone must have recorded this on VHS in the first place, right? Like a whole special.
I promise you, it was probably him.
Yeah,
Like,
because that doesn't look like that was like the beginning of this. They just showed like the play, not the fake VHS that went into the TV, but the little bit that played before this intro.
With the tracking.
Yeah,
all
like
fucked
that
up
looked pretty
and-
real. Like that looked like a real VHS.
Yeah. And this is straight up like old school one Saturday morning. And why that sign says hump? Oh, Wednesday's hump day.
I guess it's hump day. Who doesn't love hump day?
I don't know. It is weird to target anything towards children and say hump.
Hey, it's the 90s. I guess things were a lot different back then.
You can do whatever you want to.
Yeah. So I don't think I've ever watched this ABC. I remember watching Disney channels, but I don't remember ABC having a Saturday morning, really.
So I remember this quite vividly, right? The 5 hours of summer, one day a week. So it's a 5-hour cartoon block starting on Saturdays, which was also, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I had like WB Kids and Fox Kids, but I feel like I guess ABC's Disney just went to the actual Disney Channel and not ABC.
Yeah, they went so ham. Oh, Pepper Ann.
Pepper Ann. I don't think I've ever seen this.
Have you never seen
No.
Pepper Ann?
No, this doesn't ring any bells.
Bro, this is so punk
Oh,
rock.
she
You don't
does
even-
look familiar. I like the theme
I
song.
fucking love that. I like this theme song. Like, what is it the kids say? Live in my head rent free. Like,
Pepper Ann, Pepper Ann.
I fucking. Literally, like once a week, I'll find myself. You go, she's 1 in a million. Like,
This is probably some ska band.
truly, right? See there, it's great, and also like I love it because too, it's one of those like it's a female-led fucking cartoon show back in the day, and I was talking with Dan about this, about like sort of representation overall. A lot of this stuff when I watch back at it, dude, there's a lot of like chick-led stuff. You know what I mean?
Real?
Yeah, for real.
I guess all I remember is just animal shows, like whatever, it's the shows that would say cats and dogs and other weird animals.
Where they anthropomorphize
Yeah.
the pets or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I watched a lot of superheroes growing up, so I mean, it was a lot of dudes.
Yeah. No, I get that.
His name is Crash. Nice. Crash is a cool name. My name is just Crash Boylan.
Crash Boylan.
That's my stunt driving
Very
name.
close to Crash Bandicoot. Like very. But see, so this everything's gonna be like Halloween themed.
Yeah.
They're running through. It's Halloween morning. They're looking for like old costumes, trying to get their shit together, in order for Halloween night, right?
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah, because this is the day before Halloween. It said that earlier.
Yeah. Day before, and it's just great that they're thrifting because, like, think about all of your with the exception of your beautiful Beetlejuice.
Well, actually, so this is my second time being Beetlejuice. About like 10 years ago, I did a Beetlejuice costume. Fucking thrifted that whole bitch. The whole costume.
See, you get a shitty white seersucker suit and just paint black lines on it.
I think I bought like some striped shirt from like a thrift store, and then I had like a black denim jacket that I put a bunch of shit onto it.
Did you so you've seen the sequel, right?
Yeah, I sent you guys my review.
Yeah, you did. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I read it here.
Yeah.
Sorry. That was months ago.
Months ago. Yeah.
As far as when this broadcast. Forever ago.
It was alright. I like it for the most part. I mean, it was fun enough. It could have been way better though.
Right. No Beetlejuice backstory. Now it's triggered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, why do we need a backstory for Beetlejuice? He's the chaos demon. They literally say that in the beginning of the second movie. And it's like, that's it. That's the only backstory you need to know about him.
So I love what they did with Charles Dietz. And like, no spoilers, but I love how they handled that whole thing. I love...
You're a pedophile, you're getting your head chomped off.
Not only chomped off, but like, we're still going to use your likeness in claymation.
Yeah.
Like, that I thought was great.
Hopefully he gets no royalties. I do. There's one shot in particular that I love. Is like when he sits down in like the dead world, whatever it's called. He like sits down and then like a blood shoots out from his neck and like hits the wall behind him. It's such a like funny little like just touch.
It's just a goofy little gag. So
yeah, I enjoyed all that stuff. There's just too many plots going on. And you know what I found out only later is that Beetlejuice's ex-wife in the movie is currently dating Tim Burton. So no wonder why she's also fucking in that movie.
Yep, that's what he does. That's what he does. He says to his chicks, he's like, I'll put you in the movie. I'll put you in the movie.
And she didn't do anything.
So they've got at least a costume. They were upset because they couldn't find stuff. There was a weird Charles Atlas. I don't know if you saw that little that little like pop-up that came up. For some reason, they announced Charles Atlas's birthday on here, and I can't figure it out.
Oh, they also said Bela Lugosi's birthday, too, at the beginning. So I guess it's just horror people's Halloween. Yeah.
Maybe it's like a Disney fun fact thing they were doing. I don't know.
What a weird costume, just to be... That's not a real person, right? Is that like her imagination?
It's definitely her imagination.
Okay. I was like, imagine you're a kid and you're like, I want my Halloween costume to just be leaves.
So that's the thing with Pepper Ann, right? Is like she has this obscenely active imagination. And often she gets brought into like her own fantasies.
I love that. Hollow spleen.
Whole thing is they can't go out trick-or-treating, or they're being told they're too old to go out trick-or-treating.
Yeah, I still trick-or-treated until I was like well into high school.
last year
In my 30s, I'm just knocking on doors.
Give me some candy.
I just like shave and just wear my hat backwards so people think I'm younger.
Done. Perfect. That's it. That's your costume. You
just carry around a skateboard with me.
You're like, I'm going as Gen Alpha.
Throw on a Sabrina Carpenter t-shirt.
Shit.
But yeah, I honestly don't remember this show at all. The style looks familiar, but I don't remember this.
No, I remember this quite well. Look at them all. Now all the high school kids are like, yep. But see, I also think this is why, like I don't know. I think
that one chick's costume was just, I'm a slutty barn girl.
Uh-huh. That's exactly where I'm going. So she imagines how it's going to go when she gives her speech, and then she gives her speech, and it's completely different. It like reality versus your imagination here.
Which I can relate to. I mean, you know, I always have like a thing, this is how I'm going to say it, how I'm going to do it. I mean, you can watch over the 200 episodes we have of this show, and before that, I always have a good speech in mind, and this is how it's going to be, and then never what comes out of my mouth.
And you're like, yeah, I'll rally the whole school behind me.
Yeah.
All of my high school friends, we're all gonna go out. We're gonna go fucking trick or treating, and it's gonna be, everybody will love us. And then there's like one guy who just yells boo and throws his lunch at you. So great.
Now being adult is you just dress slutty and get drunk.
I mean, Like sometimes that's all you need. But what I was gonna say, so like with the drawing and with the art style and with all of that, like it does sort of perfectly encapsulate the 90s, because when you looked at like everything from like hairstyles to like form a dress, everything's like big
Yeah.
baggy. There's like midriffs and shit. Like it's a slice at a time.
Even like the shoes too, and yeah,
bro,
just
they are hitting the note. You know what I mean? I don't know. I
This-
used to get such a kick out of this show.
Do you dress like these guys?
Oh, of course. I mean, this is the only way I dress.
What
Like,
costume
I
is this
still
guy? Is he like a hot? I can't tell what he is. He a mango?
He's a mango.
Ah, some sort of fruit.
Did you hear it? It went splush.
Yeah, he took it off. I was gonna say, oh, he's some sort of fruit, but I was like, oh, that's gonna come out wrong if I say it like
That's
that.
gonna sound bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound great. But
Oh, now she's what, Flavor Flav?
so good. So good.
That's sick to have like a black and white light as people open the door. Does people around your area do like decorating crazy?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So my buddy Griff goes I love how her friend is now full. He's like you, he's in a tie.
Better tie than I am. He knows how to tie a tie.
And so I'll give back the decoration, but I love this. Like this is that note. I am so grown up.
That's an
I must
awesome costume. Oh, he's so grown up. He's wearing a suit.
Now he has to wear the suit because he's throwing away his childish things, like trick or treating.
You give away all your youth, and now you're just in a suit.
He's resigned himself to like living and working in a fucking cubicle, bro.
Is she saying something about decorations?
She was talking about him and his orange suit, his fucking mango suit for the week.
I'll put on subtitles so I can read it. You're gonna keep talking over it.
It's about Halloween. It's not about growing up. It's not about outfits. It's about the fucking reason for the season, baby.
Yeah. So I'll always celebrate Halloween, man. No matter how old I am.
Papaya, not a mango.
Oh,
A
papaya. I don't know my fruit very well.
But anyway, so do people go all out? Yeah. My homie Griff, like, he's got and he does Christmas. His entire attic is nothing but like lawn decorations, and he goes huge. He has an animatronic Leatherface that he brings out for fucking Halloween, and it's got the chainsaw and it just goes rah.
Oh, that's awesome. That must be expensive, but sounds awesome.
It waves the chainsaw around the whole time. Yeah. So when I get back, I'm gonna go by there. I like to go by and see what all he's done. He's got a giant horse, a skeleton horse out there.
Oh, we got our first commercial. Well, I remember these Wonka commercials.
Yep.
I always was like, wow, I can't believe they made Wonka like a real thing.
You know what I mean? Like, so, and that's what I don't know is the history of the Wonka bar, but it's like, it was the movie, like it had to have been, right?
Yeah.
Like Roald Dahl came up with it, invented him. Then did they make the company and then buy out all these other things?
Oh my God, Sears portrait photos. That
For
doesn't
Halloween
exist
specifically.
anymore.
Did your parents ever do
Yeah.
that?
I don't know where any of those photos are, but I remember doing a bunch of those photos almost every year. Be a Christmas one or whatever. New baby is born, they do one, whatever.
I love it. Yeah, I think our family had like 2 or 3 of those made.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3. And then we stopped because it was just, I'm the only kid, so.
I only did it once. But that doesn't even exist anymore,
No, none of this does. Like Old Navy does, but barely.
Yeah, my mom still tries to buy me Old Navy clothes because they always got sales, because they're whatever. And she's like, look, I got you this thing from Old Navy. I got you some underwears and socks.
And the way they would come back in, mash into me.
That's not horny at all.
No, it's also not a Dave Matthews rip either.
So is she like a comic book artist?
Who, Pepper Ann?
Yeah.
No,
I just
she's
saw-
just.
I just saw some comic book stuff, so I thought maybe.
They're looking at the comics.
Wow.
Yeah. Snotty Road, CD. I would listen to Snotty Road.
Yeah. Snotty
100%.
road, take me home.
Take me home. Snotty Road.
Take me home up your nose. Give me some cocaine.
To the place that I call home. Snotty Road.
Up your nose. I guess it'd be down your nose.
Yeah.
Snotty road. Take me down. Down your nose. Get me a tissue. Snotty nose.
Jesus.
I'm this kid.
Yeah, right. Like the second you find an Amazonian superhero, it's over, right?
Yeah, that's
gonna,
me watching, heavy metal for the first time.
You're just gonna grab hold of that cape and fucking never let go.
The commercials were short though. I feel like I always remember commercials being way longer. I mean, maybe they cut it for this, but doesn't seem like it.
I know it sounds stupid, and it's all speculation. I have no idea how 90s TV really worked, but I think a part of it has to do with that massive one Saturday morning with that whole introduction. I think that eats up so much time that in the first couple commercial break, they might clear out some of that ad stuff, and then you'll see it build up over the rest of the thing. I think anyway.
Well, this is the one time I want more commercials. I want to see some.
I mean, it is classic, and I love this guy. What's his name? Jay Buck.
Crash.
I love the fact that Crash, whatever.
Oh, Jay, you mean like the YouTube channel?
Yeah. I love that people document this shit and that have it and have uploaded it, because you don't, at least to me, you don't get this anymore. Like when I was a kid, I know there are cartoon blogs, cartoon channels.
Barely. It's all on YouTube. What? I was actually talking with this about Leo yesterday. It's it annoys me that cartoons, it's either too much for kids or it's adults. There's no just blocks of, I don't know, there's no just here's animation. It's just excessive adult animation or excessive kids animation.
It's very one or the other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's very, very one or the other. And this, in theory, is for everyone.
Yeah.
Anybody can relate to this.
And it's just kids in high school too. That's not today. It's if it's an adult cartoon, then it's got to be I don't know. It's got to feel more like King of the Hill, where it's really dry or really bloody or people are fucking, and then it's a kid show, and it's just bright colors. Everyone's just yelling,
like the Blueies and all that. I can't. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. You don't really
get shows like this at all. Though apparently everyone loves Bluey, so maybe we shouldn't talk so much shit about Bluey.
I mean, ain't neither one of us got kids. I don't fucking get it. But
I know little Jimmy Adamson from Bayonne loves Bluey.
It's his favorite.
Yeah.
He's they're the smartest. I talked to him last night, and I'm staying there when I come up on Wednesday. Tomorrow. Fuck. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully I'll be able to hang. I will be in Jersey too, but maybe too far.
It might be. We'll see. How are you getting there? You driving?
I think someone's picked me up.
Nice.
I want to mention names about this production, but they're not the smartest.
I've heard things.
So
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Let's see if I make it there.
I've heard things. Heard stuff. So Crash is going full blown say anything right now.
Yeah.
He's got his boombox out. He is trying to woo Pepper Ann, the older woman. Uh, I think it's very much a metaphor. Anybody who's ever been a young dude has always fought. There was a girl on the bus. I remember being in like kindergarten, or first grade. I remember her name too. And fucking like, nope.
You play your boombox for her as she drove away on the bus?
No, but I would sit with her. Damn Skippy, I would jump in right beside her on the bus. Fucking A right.
And she just would not talk to you and just make gross...
Oh no, we were buddies, dude.
Oh,
we
nice.
were buddies. I was laying the Mac down. That's how.
She wasn't being nice, thinking, you were special needs or something?
I don't know, maybe, probably. But, I was talking to the hot high school chick. Fuck everybody else. Like, I mean, even at that age, I knew what time of day it was.
Goes to show you, you can talk to whoever you want to talk to, kids.
Yeah, listen, on the whatever, it's all good. Actually, in hindsight, when I think about it, I think it's largely because she had my mom as the teacher.
Yeah, she had to be nice to the teacher's son.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. She may not have been doing great in geometry.
Well, so that kid put like a screwdriver into the plant. Did you see that?
Yup. Yes, you are.
See, now this would be harassment.
Mm-hmm.
Harassment.
Harassment.
You're testing me.
Crash. I'll prove my devotion to you by going on a hunger strike. This behavior would be considered toxic today.
Yeah.
If you told a girl, if you don't talk to me, I'll starve myself.
Yeah,
you
now,
may as
like,
well.
she would tell her parents, who would tell his parents, who would contact the school, and it would be like this huge meeting.
It would be on the news.
Yeah. He'd be called out on Twitter.
Canceled at 7 years old. Like, and honestly, dude, like, people wonder, well, like, why do people think this behavior is okay? Again, bred into us. But if you look at how strong of a woman Pepper Ann is, she's constantly standing up for herself in this toxic wake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's taking no shit from no 7-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
I love the bangs.
Yeah, right? Like, that is a slice at a time.
Hit the road, Jack. He's on a hunger strike. That's devotion, man. I don't think I can ever do a hunger strike against. I never understood hunger strikes. Because, like, for me, I'd be like, all right, starve, die.
Yeah, good. Enjoy yourself, right? Like, you need to lose a couple anyway.
Yeah.
That fuck. And then you walk away.
Yeah.
Like,
Because if anything,
like,
you're saving me. If I'm like a company or whatever, you're saving me money by not eating.
you know what I mean? Like, come on, you go on your hunger strike. It's perfect. I love how hippies would do that. They would go on a hunger strike if people were cutting down the fucking
The forest.
rainforest or whatever. Yeah.
It's
Who cares? Chain yourself to a tree. I get paid the same either way.
Yeah.
You got some fucking teamster on a bulldozer. It's like, easy day today. The hippies are at it again.
It just runs him over. So is his friend mad at him now? Or he's upset about his friend not hanging out with him?
About not eating, and because he's not around, so now Pepper Ann has to come in.
I would cave immediately if someone came into my bedroom with hot wings.
Oh my God. If somebody brought me a tub of chicken right now,
Yeah. Hunger strike over.
so much I would do. Especially if it's the hot chick.
Yeah. The hot chick bringing you some hot chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Genetic
Wait.
dozen. Oh, looks like
Mocking a girl. He's got a new love.
now she's jealous.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he's just jumping. He's homie hopping.
Uh-huh. He's like, this chick looks like your friend. Your friend look hotter. Couldn't do more. I liked it. I liked you when you were the famous looking one.
So that's the wrap up. He's like, yeah, I don't like you anymore. I found a new girl.
Wee! Here we go.
Oh, bubblegum.
Did you ever fuck with bubble tape?
Yeah, a little bit. I know.
Like,
yeah, definitely.
It's a good concept, but it's also weird, and I would waste so
The
much
sour
of that
one.
shit.
I had the sour one more. Like the sour one was the shit. I remember this. I've seen this commercial. With the kid's face all like. See, commercials will just be so much way more fun, dude. Like when I see ads now, when I get shit, it's just like maybe because I'm just older and I get shittier ads. There's always like medication commercials, for hymns. If for hymns commercials are more like that, like wacky, I'd be down.
Commercials.
Where some kid takes, some dude takes, it and he's just bouncing around a room.
See, I love these playmusic.orgs and things like that.
Yeah, I remember those. They would always just be like, yeah, kids, go do some stuff. Go play music. Go outside. SpaghettiOs.
For lunch at school.
So I was always more of a Chef Boyardee guy than a SpaghettiOs person. Oh, Zombie Island. That's a great movie. Love Zombie Island. Yeah. See, that's the shit that would piss me off as a kid, too. We get all these commercials, and then it would just cut to credits.
Immediately to credits, and then the next thing is going to be what? Either another commercial or another one Saturday morning bumper.
It's like a bumper.
Mm-hmm.
At least I always knew, too, when the show would come back, is there would always be, like, a bumper for, like, if it was, like, Cartoon Network, there would be, like, a Cartoon Network bumper, then the show would come back, That's how I always knew it was going to come back.
But see, these...
Yeah, bumper. Elephants. The talking elephant.
Mm-hmm. Doug, Recess, Pepper
Yeah.
On sometimes they would do this on a Friday night. They would put in the cartoons to take over to pimp their Saturday mornings. Look at that.
These guys look familiar to me. What's that sound? It's a frog.
Is it? Aw.
That's a frog.
Oh,
That's
not
right.
a Russian mouse.
I miss, like, in Kids WB, they had, like, Pokemon, and it would be, like, guess this, like, Pokemon, whatever, you black screen, and then it would look like a normal Pokemon, you would say, and then it would just be, like, something completely different and just totally fuck with you.
This is another one that we haven't done a deep dive on that
Doug?
we should.
Yeah. I used to watch a lot of Doug.
I know, now I remember exactly what episode this is, and this is one of my favorites. It edges on talking about race in a weird
Really
way.
interesting.
Yeah. This one is good. And you'll see what I'm talking about, but I can go ahead and soft pitch this. Skeeter, the only blue kid, is being targeted because he is different. And you'll hear how.
How he became blue.
Spooky Halloweens.
They used to be obsessed with Quail Man. Like that's why I like this show so much, because I was always like, oh, a kid who has his own superhero. Here we go home. The
Bluffington Vampire.
Yeah.
So
if he was called the Fluffington Vampire, that's just the vampire that just sucks off everyone.
Look at that vagina tree.
Oh,
Look
yeah,
at that.
vagina
That is
tree.
A straight up vagina tree. I'm sorry. It is, though.
No, definitely a vagina tree. Can confirm.
Doug was one of my favorites, too. Like, Nickelodeon Doug before ABC Doug, but ABC Doug had
Yeah,
some...
so like that's always confused me about Doug. Like I guess I always thought it was Nickelodeon, and then I was like, wait, it's an ABC show, and then but it's also a Nickelodeon show.
It was what it was a whole bought out sort of
Uh-huh.
situation, that kind of thing. I always thought Roger was such a prick.
See, I always Roger's the punk rock one, right?
The punk rock rich kid. Yeah.
See, I always liked him because he wore the cool leather jacket. Bloody
He's a
Buddy.
dick.
Ooh, what a name. He is a dick. I mean, all bullies are dicks. But then you watch Learn from Cobra Kai, the bullies aren't that. It's all perspective, man. You don't know what Roger's been going through.
Bully, it is about perspective. It's who's telling the story.
Have you caught up on Cobra Kai?
I want to say I'd watched like 3. No, I blasted through the
Yeah, it's only 6 episodes.
They still have to finish it, though.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, oh, I like the season, but it's really the ending of the season that makes it like, okay, now like I feel like it took a minute to get it rolling, and now it's like now they set the stage for this Kumite thing they're doing.
Now we're ready for the fucking tournament.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
And what's your face switches sides again, and then Kreese now has his own like it's just like a weird full circle of shit coming together.
So the weirdest thing about this summer, and I didn't get a picture with him because he was there for like maybe 30 minutes tops.
Yeah.
But John Kreese came to set.
Nice. That's amazing. That's like the coolest thing. You should have got him on camera.
I think BTS was out there. The thing is though, is that fucking one of our hosts was his like handler at cons and stuff.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah. So he happened to be in town and just stopped by the mansion while we were shooting.
You couldn't get a
They were-
cameo?
No, I don't think he could. SAG, all of that stuff. I couldn't afford that. 30 minutes with John Kreese.
Just have him in there for 3 seconds, smoking a cigar. It's
Dude,
like never
and he
give up.
was chomping a fucking
Really? So he smokes those cigars in real life?
yes.
That's awesome.
He probably made it a character tick just so he could do it.
Do it. I know that's why. That's why Schwarzenegger does it in movies.
Yeah, it's written in.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
If I ever start a movie, my character has to vape, so I can just vape the whole time. I can't tell if this dude's in costume or not.
No, he's the marching band instructor. He's band leader.
I like this military
this-
band leader.
Actually, this might not be. It might be the second half of this episode to one I'm thinking of.
And it all started in the 3rd grade.
And there he is in his little outfit.
Is this what band was like when you were part of band?
Very much so. This was entirely my entire band experience right here. Everybody makes fun of the kid doing the solo. It's terrible.
Did you get a solo?
I did.
Nice.
I had a few actually.
Oh.
My favorite one was senior year. They switched me from saxophone to timpani, and I'd never played percussion in my life. And it was like they had written out this real intricate solo. I could barely keep like proper rhythm with my hands. I was never a drummer. The only reason they moved me to that slot was because the girl that was marching timpanis was like 85 pounds. Like she weighed like 85 pounds soaking wet. Like she tiny person. Had her marching these drums. She kept falling out at band camp. So they had to switch her into my spot and give her a French horn because she played both. She did percussion and that. Anyway, they put her on French horn. I was not at band camp that year because I was in Europe. I was actually doing a little tour, but I could learn shows easy. It's it's not difficult to learn to march, whatever.
You're like, I got
So
this. I'm a rock star. I'm
they
on
put me-
tour.
Yeah, they put me on timpani though, and I come back, and they're like, just kind of hit drums and keep up with things. They had written out this
Pokemon commercial.
this intricate fucking solo, James, and couldn't play a lick of it. So every time he'd come to it, I'd just raise up the drums, hold up my hand, look at the time, wait, and then put them down, and then just go bonk, and that was my whole solo. It got a laugh.
That's
got a
awesome.
laugh every time. Every time got a laugh. So whatever. As long as that was the case, it was perfect.
Wow, Pokemon card game commercial. I don't think I've Pokemon cards have just existed in my life, so I've never just seen a commercial for it.
They don't have to anymore.
Yeah.
They don't, bro. There are whole fucking TikTok channels. $1 off Hot Wheels.
I remember wanting this skateboarding Hot Wheels thing. I think one of my friends had it. It never worked out as well as the commercials made it seem like. He would just
No, it
fall
never
every
does.
time.
Do you remember the fingerboards?
Chef Boyardee. Oh yeah, the tech decks.
Yeah.
I could never do tech decks. I just never got it.
Yeah, I'm not coordinated like that at all.
The Chef Boyardee cans look so weird. Look so different.
But see, here's the other thing, dude. When you look at this stuff,
Quoting Schwarzenegger.
feed the need. So this is where you're getting those longer commercials.
Yeah.
Because they're not doing
Right. How do you know what movie this is?
Swiss Family
Oh, that's
Robinson, right?
fucking Christina
No,
Ricci.
Christina Ricci. Holy shit.
Gold Diggers. What a name. Christina
ain't dealing
Ricci
with
is
no,
the gold digger.
And she ain't dealing with no broke people.
Yeah, whatever Kanye said.
Whatever Kanye says.
I think the radio version's broke the broke. Oh, it's like a fighting monster game. That's cool. I'd play that right now.
I mean, for real. Where you strip the mummy?
Oh, he's got a sexy lady poster in the basement.
So that's what it is. I'm trying to find out if Skeeter's a vampire. Because that's the rumor that he's heard.
I think I tried to convince my brother that he wasn't real once. Like he was like a robot or something when he was a kid.
That he was a robot.
I don't remember how it turned out. I don't think you believe me, but I remember trying real hard.
See, so now Doug thinks his friend's a vampire. Which is no good. Because there's already a rumor going around that the blue kid is a vampire. And now all the other kids.
No. Yeah, man, your best friend turned on you like that. I'd feel so betrayed.
Ugh. That's true betrayal. You know what I mean?
Oh, everyone's a vampire. Blood, your blood. Bite Doug.
It's terrible, dude. If everybody in your school started... Asshole.
You can't even fly.
Can't even fly.
Man, that's the vampire movie I want to see, where everyone is a vampire, and then there's the human. They have to figure out who the human is.
This is wild. Swirlies for a plasma shake. Now he's scared all of his friends are going to become a vampire.
I know, with the Spider-Man show, when they had Morbius, who was a vampire, they couldn't have him be a vampire because it's a kid's show. They drink blood. So he had to, he would suck His whole thing was like, I want plasma, and he had like a sucker on his hand that he would just try to get plasma.
See, that's wild to me. Like that you like kids know vamp lore.
Yeah,
Come on.
kids watch the fucking Monster Squad.
Skeeter's hanging with the bats, man.
Dude, I want to hang with the bats.
Spooky hombre.
See, they're all scared. They're friends of vampire, but we hang out with Dwayne all the time. He's a werewolf, you know.
He's a straight up fucking werewolf, dude.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're all in a good place.
If you just friends with the monsters, they won't hurt you.
No, that's why you be friends with them. Come on.
His dad's such a dork.
That's how all parents should handle the sex talk.
Yeah.
Dad, tell me what you know about vampires. I'll tell you what I know about vampires. When they fuck. They make baby vampires.
Well, vampires are definitely the horniest, I feel like, of the monsters.
Yes. I mean, as far as classical sort of monsters go, the vampire is the horniest monster. 150%.
I think we all wrap ourselves in bandages.
He's a mummy and a vampire. That's
A mummy
like
vampire.
a double hit for that ass, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like you're a vampire, but you're also undead.
It'd be tragedy.
Oh, he has his face on his undies. That's awesome. I want my face. I want my undies.
Got it.
I want to give
I'm
you a
tucking
pair of
that.
undies with my face on it.
Just a big fucking James Boylan face right where the dick go.
Yeah, you know, right where my tongue is, and they're like, "Ugh."
Ugh. And then that way, like in the little pee hole, you can like open that up, and then like my wiener goes where your tongue
Tongue
would
would
be.
This is great. I'm down. I'm gonna make this tomorrow.
This should be.
I know what I'm getting
really
you for
merch.
Christmas now.
Should be merch for the show. You know.
My face on undies. That's only for dudes.
The back could be the Fantasy Shed logo. You know.
Right where you shit. You just.
See, I love how this band director like it looks at the halftime show as like war because it was. And if you were ever a band nerd, you know that.
You played
like,
halftime shows?
bro, every Friday night. It's
Wow.
part of the reason why I hate football. Like I had to go to every fucking game.
And just sit there?
Every game. Yeah. And we play the song when they get the Notre Dame Victory March was our school's fight song. I had to play that thing so many fucking times. I still remember the beginning of it. I don't remember the rest of it, but I could probably still play the intro to it. Yeah. I love the idea of monsters spreading disinformation about themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh no, poor kid.
See, this is why I think it's a comment on race relations.
Ah.
The one different kid comes walking in. Nobody wants to sit with him at school. Nobody wants to be around him anymore. It's terrible.
I mean, I remember that. I mean, like one of my best friends in high school is black, and I remember the first day he came to. I mean, we were a pretty predominant white school, besides a few people. It was mostly like Asians and white dudes and white people. But I remember the first day he came in like middle school, and it was almost like everyone like looked around this room of like, Is this really happening? You know, like nobody really understood it or knew what was going on.
Which is wild, right?
Yeah.
Like absolutely fucking wild. And meanwhile, there's just this kid who,
Yeah.
the same as everybody else, has no control over what they happen to be born into. And it's like, fucking, like, don't look at me. I'm looking at you. You guys are different.
And then he's like, you know, randomly just like popular for like a couple weeks, you know, just because everyone's got to ask all these dumb questions. And then me and him would just play Nintendo. That's how we became friends and watched wrestling.
If the whole world could just be as easy as wrestling and Nintendo,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that's all it takes to bring people together, like, they should be free in everybody's house.
You know what? Wrestling does bring the world together. I think like there's like a famous sign I see a lot of wrestling. Like, now it's a meme, but like it was a thing. I think it was an AEW show. Someone had a sign that said pro-choice, pro-science, pro-wrestling.
I love that. The way, like, this feels fairly early in computer animation for this commercial to be this good.
Yeah, no, for reals. There's like lighting. It's like shiny and reflective. Like there's like full reflections on the ground right there from the the Chips Ahoy.
From the Chips Ahoy.
York peppermint patty. I was always like, why are I seeing commercials for York peppermint patties? Like I don't. That's like my least favorite candy as a kid.
I mean, people love them.
But for kids.
And why are we getting a car commercial in the morning for kids?
So the parents are watching it. They're like, oh, we can get a new car.
Oh,
I got Taz. Yeah, there's literally a car commercial for kids. Tell your parents, kids, that you want a Tasmanian devil car.
Yeah, exactly. Get the Chevy fucking Monte Carlo.
Oh, this shit is awesome. You just fucking dip and lick it.
Mm-hmm.
Your tongue will get all different colors.
See, it's a lollipop with additional sugar to paint your tongue.
See, I feel like, too, like, in the 90s, man, like, everything was like, how can we make a mess and be as gross as possible with, like, kid stuff, you know? Like, just paint your tongue or squeeze something or whatever.
It was perfect.
Yeah. I missed that. I remember there used to be, like, I don't remember what it was called, but it was, like, almost like a science set, and you would make all these, like, gross gummy-looking things, like brain or worm gummies in it.
So there were a few of those. But real quick, what's happening now is Roger is hosting an anti-vampire party. So he has invited everybody to his party except for Skeeter.
I get the subtext now.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, poor Skeeter.
Who was also supposed to have a party that night.
Aw. It wasn't your party tonight?
Where are all the people? Where are all the people who like you? Oh.
Damn.
I mean, it gets heavy, bro.
You're talking about his best friends abandoned him. So sad. In a Halloween special.
Oh. What? Yeah, bro. What is your life going to be like? Shitty.
Yeah. You're playing video games by yourself.
Fucking just serving nothing while you're playing ping pong.
Serving nothing.
I mean, it's true though, dude. Like, what'd you do? You listened to the crowd. You got fucked up. You did racist shit. And then now you ain't got a friend either, motherfucker.
You're now in a photo booth by yourself. How sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, defend your buddy. Tell her she's wrong. With her big fucking blowjob costume.
That's all that is. Brace face blowjob outfit?
Yeah.
Nobody wants it, dude. I'm telling you. That's the one thing nobody's looking for.
I do love the triplet costume, like the conjoined triplet people. That's hilarious. But imagine you're the middle and you have no arms. And you have to go through this whole party with no arms.
Oh, that to me that would be misery. Misery.
The other arms have to feed you drinks.
Actually, that might be kind of cool. It might be kind of cool, actually.
And then you gotta
When
pee,
really
like the
think
other
about it.
one of the hands has to like decide which gets to hold it, you know, and aim it.
And then where are his hands? Are they like down?
I guess they're just by his side. It looks like, you know, just standing
Nah,
there.
bro. He got one in each pocket of the dudes beside him. You know, he's just cupping cheek all night. So here's the sad thing. Now Doug has led the angry mob to
Oh,
Skeeter's
man.
house.
This is like some Frankenstein mob too.
Bro, how terrible is that, right? And he's in a stupid paste costume. Like, I do love though, like, at least they were smart and like cool about like the costumes they'd put people in. Like,
Yeah.
they got creative with that. You know what I mean?
But so, as a
poor-
kid, if I was a pencil or paste, that's a horrible costume. That's not fun.
I don't know. I think it's funny.
Being a jar of paste. I would have like some weird goo that would just like come out of it, you know?
Just ooze out of the
Yeah.
top the whole time.
It'd be like frosting, so you can eat it, so it looks like you're just eating paste. Who's not doing the fingers?
Terrifying.
That's awesome. Just turn on a switch and a bunch of bats fall down. I want that in my living room right now. Look, see, he has got a whole sexy lady poster.
Awesome. And it's from the auto show. Like, that's cool. I mean, that's the real thing I've seen in any cartoon ever. You know? You go to any of those car shows and there's always like a calendar and
Yeah.
like a series of posters for like, and it's got like the local hot chick in it who's like, in hindsight, is never, you know what I mean?
She's not
She
hot
ain't no
enough to be a
Cindy
real
Crawford.
model, but she can be hot enough for this calendar.
But she's hot in the town.
Yeah. Look at
You
the town
know?
peoples to buy some calendars. Bat chow. No, but they don't even know what bats eat. What do bats just eat fruit, don't they? And bugs.
A lot of them, yeah. Some eat fruit, some eat bugs. You know, they use that sonar to find other like small things to eat. You know,
I always wanted a pet bat. I feel like that'd be cool.
I feel like that would be terrifying.
This thing.
Yo, we had-
Yeah, I know. You guys had bats over at Popham, didn't you?
We had bats at Popham, man. We had to shoo them out of the house. Vito got one. Garrett got one. Fucking-
But they're so cute. They're like little, like they're like hamsters with wings.
So I walked into to where Bergio was doing DIT one day, and I swear to God, if I'm lying, I'm dying. It's in this trophy room. There was one of the nighttime bats sleeping, hanging off of one of the trophies in the room.
Oh, sick.
And Bergio was like, he's just been there all day, and I'm like, that's what he does. I'm not going to be in here until tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah, because during the day, obviously they're just gonna hang and just sleep all day.
Yeah, but the other thing is, bro, is like, you know, it's a bat. It's a wild animal. Bats are notorious for carrying rabies.
Yeah, true.
So that's the thing where it's like, I'm too old to get a
Yeah,
series of shots.
there's a
in my
lot of
stomach.
things going on in this movie. Rabies is one thing we can avoid.
Actively avoid rabies. All right.
That was
So-
great.
That takes us through the first two. Again, you can go to like J Bucks and you can watch through the remaining 3 hours of this,
Yeah,
if not
3
longer.
hours and 48 minutes.
Yeah, it's wild. So if you want a real slice of like Halloween nostalgia, man, I know today we're leading up to the day itself. You guys should go out and check this stuff up. Do yourselves a solid. Check out some old
Yeah.
fun, you know?
It's even commercials actually used to be fun.
Right? And it's like, And it even goes into a Schoolhouse Rock, like
Yeah.
straight away. You don't get that no more. You know
No.
what I mean? Like, come on. This is it's perfection. It is what Saturday mornings were meant to be.
Well, now everyone can enjoy it with us because we are taking over Saturday mornings.
Always, always. So I assume, James, and while we're doing a little bit of like housekeeping, after this should be our first live show back in November, right?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna just check this calendar real quick. But yes, because yeah, it will be. Definitely. We'll be back live finally. And we're finally talking some Batman because we haven't talked some Batman in a while. And there's a new Batman show on Amazon, man. It's fucking awesome. Like I said earlier, these cartoons are made for adults now, so it's pretty adult.
So that's the thing. It's a wonderful sort of soft reset for the pod. You know, you go through a series of watch-alongs, and then the first thing we ever talked about was Batman. We've done 200 plus of
And
these.
Batman the Animated Series, which this is also a kind of a weird reboot of Batman the Animated Series in a way.
So
It's made by the same people.
So the whole thing there really boils down to it boils down to like that soft reboot of everything. It only makes sense that our first live show back should be Batman, and that'll be what, the first Wednesday night in November.
Yeah, let's do it.
Bammo!
Can't wait.
Everybody will be back.
Have you seen it yet at all?
No.
No, damn. Well, you should watch it well, I guess you're gonna watch it because it's fucking awesome.
I have to watch it. I need to watch it closer. I'll probably watch it a couple of times, honestly.
Well, let's do it. All right. Well, let's get out of here. Thank you. Happy Halloween, Ben. Enjoy Italy. Can't wait. Give Corrado my love. Give Italy my love.
Yes, that's specifically what I'll say. Production sound from it sends love from New York.
Hope they enjoy all the farts and gay sex noises that I put into Weirdy.
I do.
All right. Peace out, people. Bye.
Later.